Hey family, Dad here. Hope you're having a great day. This video, I just want to go over my May of 2025 expenses. So I've shared in the past occasionally what my expenses look like every month and along with my net worth. Over the past 10, 15 years, I've been a little more financially conscious about where my money's going. And so I thought I'd share a little things I do comes to personal finance, saving, budgeting, all that good stuff. So I'll break it down here for you. And I use the Every Dollar app from Dave Ramsey. I've been using it for years because it's simple for me. And I've developed a habit to start using it consistently. I document every charge, every expense that I have after I make the transaction for the most part. And if I don't do it right away, I usually do it by the end of the day or the following day. Now, breaking down my expenses for the month, as you can see here in the category of housing, usually these are pretty much fixed expenses. Nothing really changes out of the ordinary. Mortgage, all that. The one thing that does change every month is electricity, the power bill, obviously. It's going to go a little lower in the next few months, just considering here in the Pacific Northwest, summertime, so we don't turn on the heat. With T-Mobile, that expense went up a couple months ago. It went up $15. I think it's just like an annual price increase on that. And then you just have the other standards of YouTube, Netflix, Disney, and Spotify, all the streaming services. And mind you, my kids use these platforms as well. My daughter lives in her own studio, and then my son goes to school down in Oregon. Moving down, transportation. Nothing out of the ordinary except for the CX-30. The Prius and the Sentra, I spent $40 and then $19.64 for the month of May. Those are probably more like their gas. And then with the CX-30, I spent $335 for the month. My daughter uses that vehicle now. I've given that vehicle to her, and eventually I'll give her ownership. I'll kind of transfer the title over to her probably next year or two. But that $335 is for registration and tabs. Moving down, groceries, restaurants. I've shared on a previous video that this expense was going to go up starting in May, and it did, mainly because my son is home for the summer. He eats like crazy. He's an athlete. I knew this expense item was going to go up. It's not a shocker to me. So all in all, roughly around $1,300 for the month. $428 of that is restaurants. Now, my girlfriend and I do go out and eat, usually once a week, and I'm okay with that, just to get to see her in the middle of the week. Moving down to lifestyle, a couple things that really pop up, my son's items, and again, $1,300 for the month. You break that down, a lot of that is for school. He is taking a summer class, and that was $1,000. And as well, he had a couple textbooks that cost a little bit. And then I still pay for his, toiletries and things like that. As we scroll down, my daughter's items, that was for her birthday. We just went out, took her out to dinner one night for her birthday. Dog items, that was for a vaccine and an allergy shot for my dog, along with daycare. Again, usually expected. It does happen, I wouldn't say regularly, but the vaccine, the allergy injection usually happens maybe once a quarter. Amazon items, so a little more expensive than before. I just had to buy a couple other items, $175 for the month. But overall, obviously the items that really stick out is my son's items for $1,300 for the month of May. Again, that was summer school. But other than that, that's pretty much it in a nutshell for May's expenses. Tell me your thoughts. Anything that's eye-popping to you on my expenses for the month of May. What do your expenses look like? Comment, like, subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. So that's all I got. I'll see you all at the next video.